Good afternoon, Lagos. Thank you once again for joining us on the nation's number one talk news and sports station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Right, yes, it's the real estate show. It's time for the real estate show at this time, yes. And of course, like we're always here to talk real estate and everything that pertains to real estate investment and infrastructure and architecture on the long run. Today we will be looking at real estate from a fundamental vantage point. Yes, we'll be looking at real estate from the point where it all starts. Yes, like we all say that everyone is a stakeholder in the development of infrastructure and architecture. Yes, so today we will be discussing stakeholders in real estate investment. Yes, stakeholders in real estate investment. And discussing this with me, I have Mr. Chudi Kalu on the show once again. Thank you for coming on the show.
For having me.
After a while.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm glad you turned up. Right, so we will be looking at the types of property investors, right? And Chudi Kalu will be enlightening us on the types of investors we have in the real estate market. And I dare say that everyone somehow, whether in different proportions, fall into one or two of these investors, right? And remember, real estate, especially on the show, is a concept that we view from three-dimensional. Yes, we look at real estate from the socio-cultural. Yeah, that's where we talk about the need for architecture as a result of housing deficit, and also we look at it from the governmental view when we talk about infrastructure, roads, drainage, and so on, and of course the economic view, which we usually discuss with Chudi Kalu and Tadi Cash, especially where we talk about investment, property flipping, property development, and insurance, and so on and so forth. Yes, remember, it's an interactive session. You can reach in, send your messages. You can send your messages to the WhatsApp number 0809 597 5805, or you could call the line 012770993, 1993, 2993, and 3993, or the toll-free line 08000 L Nigeria Info. That's 08 0005 644 37424 636. I am Architect Benga Akinshete, your host. Yes, and we're here to talk real estate as usual. Yes, so we will be talking about the types of investors, one after the other. Right. So, Chidi.
Benga, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure to be here. Straight away, there are actually 7 categories of real estate investment that anybody can partake of. Straight away, in real estate, there are different sets of investors, and anyone can participate. Whether we like it or not, one way or the other, we are currently participating, whether
passively
in whatever,
or actively,
or actively. But I'm going to now break them down in such a way. First of all, we have the traders. I think you did mention it during your introduction. We know them as, in certain words, we know them as property flippers.
Okay.
People who flip properties, they are traders. Anyway, why I buy a property with intention of selling the property. I don't have intention of using the property.
Okay.
I buy to sell. Now, I'm hoping that sometimes speculators are also within this particular category, where they hope that the price will go up, that the price will fluctuate. They are expecting that one day the price will go up. So I buy a plot of land somewhere, expecting that the land will appreciate over time, then I can sell. Now, this is the traders level. Then we also have the number 2, which is hackers.
Okay.
Hackers are people who hack into a profitable venture in real estate. When it comes to, like, we know in the technological world, we know that hackers are people who gain unauthorized access to a system, breaking your password code and all of that.
Yeah.
But in real estate, hackers are people who go into exclusive deals without having sufficient money, but they can do what we call bootstrapping.
So hackers in real estate are legal.
They are legal. They are legal. They are unlike the other guys.
Yeah.
These ones, they are legal.
Okay.
What they do is that they use leverage. We know there are some certain people that we know as developers. They are not actually developers.
Okay.
What they actually people who go meet with landlord, negotiate deals with landlord, collect property from them, and start earning rent alongside with the landlord without owning the property. Those people are called property hackers. They are not property developers.
Okay.
They only
because the general term, once you hear anything, he's a developer.
So
I need one.
So a lot of people are operating on that level, not necessarily because they have all the right qualification, but they are taking seizing opportunities within the market.
Okay.
Now we also have the owners.
I think I want to be a hacker.
I prefer to be a hacker too. So we also have the owners. The owners are people who are typical landlords who have money to buy a property that they either want to use or they want to leverage on, or they want to rent out, they want to make money from it. So those ones have maybe the capacity for them to. Now it now depends on where the location, whether you want to own it in VI, or you probably want to own it in Sulere, or you want to own it in Korodu.
Yeah.
But you have the capacity to buy a property for either to use it or to rent it out.
Okay.
Then you also have the fourth one, which is the players. The players are the people who are the professionals in this category. Those are people like Benga.
How? Tell me.
Now, the players are the ones who actually help every one of us to maximize success.
Okay.
Now, there are the surveyors, the architects, the builders, the engineers, and all of that. Those are people who do the work of real estate, in terms of construction and all of that.
Right.
They are also involved in architect. They also, some of them, they also help us in ensuring that we get good bargain from the regulatory bodies and all of that. So that we don't get burn our fingers. So those people are the ones who help us to play, so that at the end of the day we can win.
Okay, so the building professionals are the players.
They are the players.
And the businessmen like you are the hackers.
No, some of us are some of us are hackers. They also have the other sixth one, which is developers.
Okay.
Now there are two areas of business that either you're a hacker or you are a developer. Now, developers are the typical people who set the pace for a development, converting a rundown property or an online or a distressed property into either profit or for good use. So they are actually the ones who shaping the environment. By I was discussing something with you now. Now in that regard, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be able to achieve with the property. In that regard, I'm a property developer. I don't need a particular certificate for me to operate in that regard. But what I just need to engage the person who has the prerequisite certificate in terms of license to be able to help me to operate. So it doesn't make me a professional. What it just actually helps me it just only helps me take advantage of the opportunities within the real estate market. Then you also have the seventh one, which is the regulators. The government. They're also players in the property.
I think that's the sixth one, right?
That's the seventh one.
Okay.
That's it. We have the seventh one will now be the tenants. The tenants are the users. They are the ones who pay all of us. Whether we are hackers,
they are the end users. Right? Okay, they are the occupants.
They are the occupants. They are the ones who consume the service that's being provided.
Right. A lot of us are tenants.
A lot of us are tenants.
In every sense of the word.
I don't want to be a tenant. I want to be the hacker or the developer. I was in a brief of discussion, and somebody was asking me, why do you want to become a property hacker? Now, like we always say on this platform, that the real estate market is very rich. It's very rich to the extent that between 1974 till date, Federal Housing Authority has been unable to build at least 150,000 houses. Between 19 and our population has been growing astronomically by 4% on a yearly basis. Just imagine if they told us that we have 180 million people living in Nigeria in 2004. You can imagine the growth every year at that level. Now it's the question is, because I love real estate because it is predictable. I love real estate because it is tangible. You can generate consistent cash flow. You can also it is also indestructible. Uber or technology, one kind of technology will not roll real estate away. That is why everyone who is within the real estate market needs to take it serious. I believe that real estate is a hub for economic recovery. Reason is this. I say this because when you are a trader in the real estate market, you are subject to recession.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why I won't advise anybody. Like, for example, I buy a property in the hope that the property will appreciate in 2014.
Yeah.
In 2017, the property, nobody is actually buying because there's recession. Everybody is trying to hold on to their money.
Right.
But I would rather prefer to become a rental income investor, which is what the hacker does. He takes advantage of the rental opportunity because he knows that, despite the recession, people will still pay rent.
Right.
So he goes and sees an opportunity without him actually owning a property of his own. So he takes an opportunity and he sees that is where I want to play.
Right.
I've been playing all of these roles except for the players. I've been doing all of that. But I discovered
you don't need to be a player anymore.
I don't need to be a player anymore. So, but I have realized that there are certain aspects of the real estate market that a lot of people are not watching.
Right.
And that is why they get their fingers burned. So when I'm losing money, it's not because of the fact that because of the fact that it's not basically because of the economy. It is majorly because of the category that I am playing.
Right.
So a lot of people they are losing money majorly because of all that. So that's why the other time we were talking about property flipping, I said it's not a sustainable strategy. It is sustainable because, you are taking an opportunity and you want to quickly sell the property so that to make money. But it's not a sustainable strategy. Why? Because I make money once, I'm not making money again and again.
Right.
So, for example, I want a situation where those property hackers, they can sign up a deal with a property owner for the next 20 years. And they will enjoying rent on the property that does not belong to them.
So property hackers are usually into joint venture.
Yes.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Right. Then for the regulators, I think that's number 6. You need to shed more light.
Yeah, they are the regulatory bodies, government agencies.
Okay.
Those people who will give you a pass on your property.
Okay.
This property is fit for you.
After you have paid your dues,
After
right?
you paid your dues.
Okay, I see now.
That's just so the government plays a major role in addressing. But sometimes government is government tries to also compete with some private developers, and that is where the real challenge is.
Okay.
There is a man, I'm going to just share a quick story.
Go ahead.
There's a man named by the name Stephen Ross.
Okay.
He happens to be one of the, one of the 20th richest men in the world. Stephen Ross is a guy that I've come to respect a lot. He's the one developing the largest development in the US right now, or the Hudson Yard. I don't know if you've heard of it. He started as a player, but today he's no more a player, but he's a developer. Now, he saw himself people doing deals, and he was helping people becoming millionaires, billionaires, and he said, if I am, as a lawyer, I'm helping people to write off properties, and I'm helping them to get good deals, and because I'm involved as a player. But he decided, no, what the money I have made, I'm going to start investing into real estate. Now, Stephen Ross owns a company he founded called the Related Companies. They have currently about 90,000 apartments in the US. When I mean 90,000 apartments in the US, you mean you're talking of large apartments. So those are just some of the ways some people are taking advantage of opportunity. Just imagine 90,000 people paying you, I don't know how much it is, maybe $2,000 on a monthly basis. You can drive an economy,
right?
And that is where a lot of us who are missing opportunity. So some of us who just buy a property, we are missing the point. We are also missing where the real money is. The real money is not just in buying and you selling. The real money is in becoming a hacker, or you become a property developer within a good location.
Oh, very well said. If you're just joining us, it's the Real Estate Show, Life in the City, the way we live. Yes, and we have been talking to Chudi Kalu about the possible stakeholders that are in the real estate market, and he has been enlightening us on the types of property investors. You have the traders, the hackers, the owners, the developers, the players, the tenants, and of course the regulators. Yes. So which one are you? Which one are you presently, and which do you want to be? So you could be part of the discussion, and you could send your messages via the WhatsApp number 009-597-5805, or call the toll-free line 08 000 993 993 993. Am I saying right? Yeah, or the regular number 012770993, all the way to 3993. Yes, the toll-free line 08 000 993 993 993. Yes, life in the city, the way we live. Yes, we're here to talk about how we can improve our lives in the city and the way we live, how we can think outside the box, how we can look, how we can enhance our system from a socio-cultural, from a governmental and economic point of view. Yes, so today specifically we are looking at the economic point of view. Yes, how we can step outside the box and how we can be part of a working system by thinking differently and going beyond the conventional primitive way of just thinking everyone has a right to own a land and just build and retire. How can you actually make your investments more dynamic? How can you multiply cash by being a part of real estate? And like Chudi Kalu said, the real estate sooner or later will be a hub for economic recovery. It's actually a hub with great potentials, because real estate is of a timeless need to man.
It is.
Right. So definitely we all have to be part of it. Yes. Can you shed more light on, when you talk about the traders and the developers, what's the difference between a trader and a developer?
Basically, a trader is involved in real estate because he wants to make money. He wants to buy a property. Let's take for example, I see a property somewhere in town.
Yeah.
Run down property, then I'm thinking of making it over and selling it.
Right.
But a property developer does not think that way.
Okay.
He sees a rundown property, rather he wants to beautify it and continuously make money from that. So he is seeing the continuous income, he's seeing the cash flow from that property.
Okay, so the developer is into rental income. Okay.
Why your regular trader is not involved, he just buys and is selling.
Right.
Why the developer sees the continuous income, is investing majorly for rental development,
Okay. Yeah. Right. So can you call landlords a person that has a house and he rents, he builds, he rents, he builds, he rents? He's more or less a developer.
He rents a developer.
Okay.
Now it depends on the usage.
Right.
Now if I am a landlord, for example, and I choose to buy a property for use, I'm just a landlord.
Okay.
I want to use the property.
Yeah.
Then,
Yes. Yeah.
But if I want to rent some part of it out, I'm a landlord come a property developer. Yeah.
Right. Very well said. Okay, so let's look at the possibilities with all this. Okay, the six.
Yeah.
Well, aside the regulators, when we look at the 6 types of property investors, to which category do the majority fall in with respect to the socio-economic strata?
Most people fall into the tenants.
Wow. that's the challenge.
Because we have a rental market. We have more markets in the rental market.
That's the challenge.
Yes, that's a real challenge.
Yeah.
A lot of people are renting rather than investing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you have more end users than entrepreneurial producers, so to say, it's like the law of gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's why you find out that the supply is not even matching up to the demand.
right.
We need more houses than ever before. So that's why a lot of people are within this category. So, and some people, when they now invest their hard-earned money, they are rather operating as a property trader.
Trader, right?
So they are not currently making money from that property right now.
Okay.
If I ask a lot of people who will call in today, how many
Like-
properties do you have that you're currently making money from? A lot of people will tell you, I have a property somewhere in town. but
It's still in the bush.
it's still in the bush and all of that.
that's
So we
typical.
have a lot of people, a lot of wasted resources. Because like we always say, there are even lands as a property that are called lazy assets because they're not producing income for the people.
Right.
And so if they are not producing income for the people, I'm not able to multiply my income. So for a lot of people, that's one of the things that we need to start focusing on, not just as individuals, but even as a country as a whole.
Yeah.
Because we have our economy needs to be driven by real estate.
Exactly. That's why we talk about how we can think outside the box, because I'm sure a lot of people want to know, how can I actually trade with my land, even if I don't have the funds to develop yet? How can I trade with my land? What
you
are
don't
they?
sell the land if it's not going to use.
No,
I think a friend of mine did 24 use of your property,
Okay.
warehousing, car parks, cinema, playgrounds, and all of that. And how, depending on, I think for anybody who's probably watched, maybe they need to contact you. I'm going to forward that mail to you.
Okay.
So they can have the 24 things that they can do with their property.
With the
So the
property.
property is not just going to lie wasting. If they send you that mail,
Right.
they can be able to. They should be able to access it. They're able to send it to you.
Okay, from farming to event
From-
center
to
and
event
so
center
on.
and all
Yeah,
of that.
stuff that
Yeah.
are light and
Yeah.
that can actually
But if
generate
it's not
income.
giving you the kind of money that you want to, you need to also look at another side of income generating, which is, for me, the property hacking is lovely. It's sweet. I've tried every other aspect.
Yeah.
It's lovely. Why? Because when you go to town, you see a lot of landlords in need of renovation. A lot of people every day. Like last week, we got about 30 properties. I can't do that on my own. There's no way I'm going to do that. So I will need some people to also come in, collaborate with me to be able to do all of that.
Okay.
I've been doing the land sales, the property trading.
Yeah.
It has not been as profitable as this one.
As the hacking.
Yeah, as the hacking, because you know what, it's not your property. But
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy rental income on it.
On it.
So and if I do properties, for example,
Yeah.
I don't want to do just below 4 units. I want to do above like 16 units upwards.
Right.
Why? Because that is where the real deal is, and because especially when you have that in good location, you're hitting it.
Very well said. Okay, we'll go for a short break and we'll continue the discussion right after. The Real Estate Show continues right after. Stick around. If you're just tuning in, it's the Real Estate Show live in the city, the way we live with Benga Akinshete on 99.3 Nigeria Info, the nation's #1 talk news and sports station. Yes, today we have been looking at real estate from a basic fundamental vantage point. Yes, we've been looking at the types of real estate, the stakeholders in real estate investments. Yes, and we've been talking to Chudi Kalu on the show, who's been enlightening us on the types of the investors that we have. Yeah, talking about the traders, the hackers, the owners, the developers, the players, and the tenants, right? So which one are you? Which are you? Which do you define yourself, and what do you want to be? Yes, in order to enhance real estate markets as a hub for economic recovery, right? So before the news break, we were talking about the difference between the trader and the developer, and also which social economic strata that either of them fall in. Remember the toll-free lines. The toll-free line is 0800 993 993 993, right? And you could call the number 012770993 all the way to 3993, or send your message to 0809-597-5805. Or if you have any suggestions, you could send your message to akinbenga27@gmail.com. Yes, Chudi, during the break here, I was suggesting it's quite important that people out there get to know about the challenges they might face. Yeah, the challenges they might face as a trader, as a hacker, as a developer, a player, a tenant, and so on. Yes, but before you answer that, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Majorly, I'm going to just share a brief story. In 2004, a guy. Okay.
Hello? Sorry. Hello? Hello? Yeah, what's up with the phone lines? It seems it just one port blinking. Okay. Hello? Okay, could you be more audible? You sound distant. Okay, what's your name and where are you calling from? I hope Lagos can hear you. Okay, we'll have to let you go. Just try the other numbers: 012770993, 1993 2993, or the toll-free line 08000993 or just send your message via the WhatsApp number and we will read it out. Yes, Chudi.
Okay. In 2004, a guy, I'm going to not rename.
Okay.
Akonde rather.
Okay.
Built I'm moving to a house, a semi-detached duplex in Magodo, and rented out the second apartment, the second one that's attached to it, for about 1.5 million naira. He spent about 43 million naira to build the house.
Okay.
Due to increase in rent in 2014, he started earning about 3.5 million naira from that property. Meanwhile, in 2004,
within a year,
not within a year, after due to increase in rent over time, started earning 3.5 million naira from it in 2014. Now, meanwhile, in 2004, that same year, a guy named Cletus partnered with a property owner in Maryland who had 48 units of two-bedroom flats and used 39 million naira to invest for renovation. He gave the landlord some portion of some funds, at least to help the landlord relax for a while. The rent for that flat, for each flat, after fixing the property in 6 months, was 1 million naira.
Okay, yeah, I think the proper lines are on now. Hello? Hello? Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from? What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Labi.
Okay, it's the Real Estate Show and we're talking about stakeholders in real estate investment. What do you have for us? Uh-oh. Hello? Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay, let's just continue with the discussion if we can pick some calls before the end of the show. Yeah.
Okay, so for Cletus, he invested about 39 million naira and in a 48 unit apartment of 2 bedroom.
Okay, did he do that alone or joint venture?
He did it alone. He had the money.
That's quite few. Yeah.
So the rent for each flat after fixing the property in 6 months was at 1 million naira per one, which amounted for about 48 million naira.
Right.
Now, due to the agreement between Cletus and the property owner, who happens to be the landlord, in this case, 30% of the rent will go to Cletus on a yearly basis for the next 20 years. While 15% will go maybe for government, maintenance, insurance,
600.
and all of that.
So that means he will get like 500%.
Then and then maintenance over time, then the landlord will take the balance. Cletus was still living in a rented apartment when he did this. When he made this investment decision and had invested in 5 more over time. Now, this year, Cletus earns about 60 million naira annually without owning a property. It was towards the end of this year that he bought a property in the same Magodo that Akonde went and bought a property. Now, Akonde is retired.
Yeah.
His property is run down. He's looking for
maintaining it
and all of that. Right. While Cletus is coolly earning 60 million naira every year because what he invested. Now, like I said earlier on, whatever we earn today is a seed for more income. Now, however we deal with our seed determines the volume that we are going to create at the end of the day. That's why I will advise anybody, because the rental market is very fresh, you need to participate within that market. It is an opportunity for you to create what we call consistent and predictable income.
Yeah.
That is why I will advise anybody to get anybody who is interested in investing to get into that kind of market.
Into the kind of market.
Yeah.
Right. Very well said. Okay, let's try one more time. Hello. Hello. Even the line 2, line 8. Okay, yes. If you're just tuning in, it's the Real Estate Show, Life in the City, the way we live, right? And we have been talking about types of property investors, yes, the stakeholders in real estate, yes, and the possibilities of cross-carpeting to a more profitable type of investor, right? Yes, and the hackers seems to be the most interesting, right? Seems to be the most dynamic, right? So let's look at what are the possible challenges that a hacker would face, especially from a starting point?
Phone, one.
Okay.
And location. Because I want to deal on certain areas, certain aspects of the market.
Okay.
But you know what? What I've also discovered is this: you don't need to rush it as a property hacker. Just start with where you are, from where you are, because wherever you are is your platform.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Good.
So, like I will say this: you asked off air.
Yeah.
How much does it really take anybody to start? Can you someone start with below $1 million? Of course. I started this one with about 500,000 naira, just to test the market, just to test
the water.
Just to test the water before, and you know what? It has been profitable. Now, the first deal I got was just four mini flats,
Okay.
and two-story building. That's what I started with.
Okay.
Guess what? That was what I gave the landlord to be able to get started. Before I knew it, as I started the project, I started having tenants coming to me. You know what we're going to give you? We're not ready to move in, but just hold this one for us. When we are ready, we're going to start. Some people may not like that idea, but that is what a property hacker does. And that is where, you don't need to like the strategy, but if the strategy works for some other people, it's something that you need to start looking into.
Yeah, but who wouldn't like the strategy? Is it the landlord or the tenant? Is it the owner or the tenant?
We have a lot of people. The owner may not like it.
Why? He needs your help.
He may not like it. He may not like it. He may not see it as a fanciful idea. But you know what? I've also discovered that sometimes most landlords are broke. Most landlords don't have money.
Yeah. Because they get the rent like salary.
They get the rent like salary.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, finally, good afternoon.
I just like about the clarification
Yes, sir.
with your guest. So there is a thin line between the hackers
Mm.
and the developers.
Yeah.
Clarify.
Now, the hacker is someone. The hacker is someone who he doesn't have all the funds to develop a structure.
Right.
Now, he's not the owner of the property. He doesn't have money to buy a property. What he just does is that he takes advantage of the opportunity. He meets with a landlord, negotiate and go into agreement with the landlord for the next 10, 25 years, and so he negotiates deals with the landlord, and when he negotiates with the landlord, he is able to renovate that structure. When he renovates that structure, he starts earning rent on that property alongside.
Right.
Now, why a developer is someone who buys up the property, convert that property to a money-making development.
Yeah.
That's what he does. So he has more money at his disposal compared to the hacker. So there's a thin line between the two of them. Both look like developers, but they are not actually developers.
Okay, so like a hacker is someone that starts small,
He starts
with
small.
a small pocket, but he thinks big, and
But he thinks
eventually,
big, yes.
Right.
So he's not actually the owner of the property.
Yeah.
The document of the property, notwithstanding, doesn't have all of the documents. So he just he's able to do what we call bootstrapping. So most times we call hackers, we call them developers. They are not actually developers.
Okay.
They only hack. They have unauthorized, or in this case now, they have authority to break into a particular in market that probably they will not have had the opportunity of taking advantage of earlier before, because of the level of entry for them.
Right, and for the hacker, he's more or less an opportunist in the market.
Yes.
He's not involved in actually in the construction of the building.
He's not involved. So what he now does is that he sees an opportunity, then he calls everybody. surveyor, architect. Please let us come in
Yeah.
to do all of this.
Yeah.
So that's why you find out that most people who you call property developers,
Yeah.
they are not even in the business of
Property.
properties per se. They're not running the technical aspect of the property.
Yes,
They only
yes.
take advantage of the market. They only seize the opportunity within that market, and they call everybody, gather everybody together to come and operate with them in that scheme.
Right.
Yeah.
Very well said. If you're just tuning in, yes, we're about rounding up. It's the Real Estate Show, Life in the City, The Way We Live. Yes, with Pinga Akinshete and Chudi Kalu in the studio, and we have been talking about stakeholders in real estate and the types of property investors that we have. Yes, you said that the hackers they seem to be like one of the most profiting players, right? And then I know for a working system like in the UK, these things work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you said one of the major challenges is funds.
Yeah.
Where does the mortgage system come into play here? Is there any way it can assist any of these players in achieving a good real estate investment
The mortgage system will help.
in Nigeria?
We help more in Nigeria. We help more now. But what a hacker does is that he is able to use the situation, the problems that exist in this same country, and turn it around for his own good. So a hacker is more likely to thrive more in an economy like Nigeria, because he knows that the mortgage isn't working. So what he does is that he can take advantage of that market. He knows that a landlord
He's like the mortgage system.
is like
to
the mortgage
landlord.
system to the landlord. That's the truth.
Right.
So he now take advantage of that. Like for example, a landlord just needs maybe about 2 million naira, and he needs quickly money. So the landlord can afford to say, please take this fund, take this property,
Yeah.
and just keep on paying me 2 million naira every year for the next 20 years or for the next 10 years. So what the hacker now does is that he is able to see more potential beyond what the landlord is saying. He's able to convert maybe a face my face apartment into a self-contained or a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom,
Yeah.
and start enjoying good returns on that property. So he is able to see clearly what the opportunity that the landlord isn't seeing on that property.
Right.
Because so sometimes when we have some things, we become so comfortable, and it is when that thing is off our hands that we realize, I should have thought about that idea before now. So that's what a hacker actually does. It just takes advantage of the opportunity. If you go around town today, I bet you on every street you will see a distressed property. I bet you will see a property that people aren't occupying. You see a property that is in need of renovation.
Right.
Now, if you go on every street, I bet you will see.
Yeah.
So that's who is an hacker who will now take advantage. I saw one today, and I'm going to approach the landlord today. I'm going to, after I leave here today.
And you give him an offer that he
I will
can't
give, I will
refuse.
give him an offer he cannot
Chudi
refuse.
the hacker, right? Okay, let's round up with the legalities involved. It's definitely not by word of mouth.
Yeah.
It's definitely not just doing that and transacting.
That's where
You
that's
actually-
that's where you now engage the players, the people who can help you win.
Yeah.
The players are the people who help you to win. They are playing so that you can win at the end of the day. No losses for you, because what reason is this? A lot of us, we try to go it all by ourselves. That's why we are losing money. A lot of people
Yeah.
are not engaging the lawyers that they need to engage. They're not engaging the insurance.
And probably they find it hard
people.
to get the like minds.
That, if you look well, you will find people.
But-
And that's what also this your program is all about.
Yeah.
So if you need to get, if I go to make over a particular property, who do I need to engage? The interior designer, the architect. Who do I need to call upon so that at the end of the day I can get good value for my investment?
Yeah.
And so when you see a property, that's why sometimes you see some of these hackers, they're not doing it well. That's why you see after 5 years, the property that they are meant to give a good look
Yes.
now becomes too shabby, and it's also now looking distressed and worn out.
Right.
Why? Because they are not doing it well. There's real money in it if you do it well.
Right. Very well said. Okay, yeah, I think that's about it. Any last words for Lagosians in general?
Now, I would say this: we have 17 million housing deficits.
Yeah.
Not one person, not one company can solve the problem of housing.
We all together.
We all together have
Yeah.
to participate. Is either you or keep on operating as a tenant, or you now take advantage of the opportunity.
Right.
Now there's big opportunity for anyone who wants to. Now whatever you earn, your salaries, whatever income, commission, your sales involved stuff, you can get started. I told people that, you know what, if you keep aside 50,000 naira for the next 1 year diligently, you
Yeah.
will have raised 600,000 naira.
Okay.
600,000 naira is sufficient for you to start your hacking
Property investment.
Yes, it's sufficient. You don't need.
Yeah.
I'm not talking of you buying land somewhere in Mowe, Agbara, Ibejuleke, and all of
investing
that. I'm
in
talking
existing properties.
in areas that within the city center. I'm not
Right.
talking of all those places where you are hoping to make money, but
Money.
rather where you can really make money from.
Right.
So if anyone is interested, I think they can contact you.
Yeah.
So, because you know what?
Yeah.
Because the real challenge for a lot of people is that they are not looking at the numbers. I always say this, hashtag do the math. The mathematics is enormous. If you have 1.70 million people paying 100,000 naira every year, do the maths.
So
in terms of the rent,
in
terms of rent,
in terms
every
of
year,
rent and the
do the
solution
math.
to the deficit.
That because the solution to the deficit is improvement of houses.
Yeah.
Some of the houses that we see, I see a lot of 2-story, 1-story building. To me, it's a waste of property.
Right.
You need to
It's
go
a waste
up,
of
take
space.
it off. It's a waste
Right.
of space.
Yeah.
You know, we need to now begin to think big in the way we approach things. Instead of just going into the bush and causing the bushes that's supposed to give us deforestation and all
okay,
that.
Chidi, thank you very much. We have to go now. If you have to make any inquiries, send your messages to the WhatsApp number 08063194935. 08063194935, and you can send your mail to akinbenga27@gmail.com. Yeah, thank you, Chudi, for turning up.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, stay tuned same time next Monday from 1 p.m. I am Architect Benga Akinsheta, your host. Do have a graceful week. Bye for now.